Hey everyone, hope I'm audible. Hope you guys can hear me. Today, as it is Friday, so the stream is going to be a bit long. I'm going to code as long as I'm feeling. Just drop a comment in the chat if you can hear me fine. This is stream number 125. Is wondering if anyone is the channel. I do live streams and then I do create some education around DSA and design. Cool. Hey Sahil, up. If someone is new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe if you find the content helpful. Free to like this stream if you again find it helpful. With that, we'll start coding. Abhinav, bro, it is all your mentality, bro. The job, see, today is Friday, that's why I'm at 11, I'm coming. You go to gym also with job, right? Or you don't go to gym. So we go to gym also when we were in school, we used to do 10 other things. Like instead of watching Netflix, you can do this. Same as that, right? Try to enjoy things. If you enjoy Netflix series, watching Netflix, then you will enjoy this also, right? Don't do it as a burden. If you're going to do it as a burden, then it's never going to happen. That would be, I think that's the most asked question, but I try to be productive at work. Try to not be like when you are working, you should be working. I'm good, bro. How are you? Tips for GSOC, bro. I have never done GSOC, bro. Probably watch some video on YouTube. Everything is free available on YouTube. Market is good if you have good skills. And I think you should not, guys, is market in your control. I'll be coding now, so probably I will not be listening. I'll so once I come back to this screen, that means that I'm listening. So given a root of node of binary search tree, two integers low and high, given the sum of value all the nodes with One thing is that if the value is 7 and 50 is 15, uh, then if the node is less than 7, then I don't need to traverse from there, right? If the node is between this, then I can go to both of the sides. The one is, yes, you can do that way. Let's say this 7 and 15, right? So this is 10, so I need to go to both ways. Here it is 5, I need to go to both ways. Here this is no 5, right? So 5, this element is already less than, you don't have to go to left. So this way you don't have to go. This is 15, right? 15 is greater than. The one way is that you can traverse the whole tree, but so if this is 15, so you would no need to go to its right. That is one improvement that I think that is the only improvement that is worth making, right? Like public int solve also can be void dot value greater than equal to no and root dot value is less than. If low is greater than, basically that I have to check is, do I need to go to the right side? Dot value less than greater than equal to low, right? Then I can go to its left also. This it is. Yeah, plain and simple, right? This if is kind of helping us in making sure that it is fast. See if there are any questions now. The two choices, the DSA is gambling, bro. DSA is one of the best thing out there. And also, if you want to go to decent startup, they will ask you DSA, right? They are going to ask you DSA. Elegant, these things keep me motivated. What things, bro? Yes, I am currently in my fifth semester of BTech CSE and received an offer from bro. Focus on DSA, bro. Why do you really just want to be at GPMC, right? I'll try off campus. That is good. You should focus on dev also, but don't leave DSA, bro, down the lane. Even if you become a staff engineer at any company, DSA is still relevant, right? Just like you should not skip going to gym. Think of it in the same manner, right? Simple. But wake up in the morning and then focus coding, bro. How do you manage? Why do you ask these kind of questions, Abhinav? See, bro, simple. Most of the people have done so much coding in their life. Do you think they are alien or what? They also work hard, right? Just you have to work hard. Stop making excuses, bro. Start doing. Okay. Lot of people have done open source contribution and then they are very good at code forces and whatnot. Start studying for 10 hours every day. Don't make excuses. If it is something that no one has done in their life, then I would understand your questions. But see, most of the people have achieved so many things in their life, and then also you're thinking, how should I do, right? Like, how is it possible? Right? It's possible, bro. That's why other people are doing. Well, bro, feel free to like this stream. Nikhil, no, bro, I don't do MLAI. I did that in college. Got it, bro. Abhinav, now get to work, okay? Now, let me find another question. I have no idea, Vishesh Shetty. No idea, but I never got it via referral. Referral, I don't think so, bro. Referral is okay, bro. But should not like if anyone is charging for referral, don't pay first of all. It's not something that you should charge for. But I got it. I got the call without referral, right? That is something that I would say. Right? I directly applied on the portal. I had referrals. Some of my friends, like I had 4 to 5 referrals from different people, different jobs. But does it matter? No idea, bro. I directly apply on the portal. So just an FYI, right? There are 23 people listening. So if you guys, if I'm on this screen, then that means that I am not probably looking at the chat. If I'm on this screen, that means that I'm looking at the chat. Okay. One more red coder, bro. Then you already know the problem. You have to practice what projects that you have done. You have to practice general questions. So, for example, CS fundamentals, right? So you need to know basic SQL queries. You need to know operating system. All of these at a basic level. So your projects try to give mock interviews around the same, right? Yeah, Abhishek, it will give you good result, bro. Don't worry about the results. You are so much worried, bro. Put in the work. God will give you results. Simple. On a single thread CPU, okay, you execute a program containing n functions. So on a CPU, we execute a program. This is really nice tool, bro. Disappearing ink. This is the disappearing ink. Nice. It will disappear. Okay, the other day I was finding this only. Yeah, let's use pen. Pen is much better. Thanks to everyone whoever created this IPO, right? This is like a really cool tool. So on a single uh, on a single thread, we execute a program containing n functions. Each function has a unique ID. Basically, you have n functions. Okay, function calls are stored in a call stack. When a function call starts, its ID is pushed onto the stack. When the function call ends, its ID is popped out of the stack. Function whose ID is at the top of the current function. Each time a function starts or ends, we write a log ID when it started or when it ended. Okay. You are given a logs representing the log message form that a function ID start and end and so 0 start and what time did it start, right? So 0 and this becomes one of the time term. Okay. Like a hash map. It was such a 0 started at 0 and when did 0 finish? So 6. First of all, my question is, are these sorted in a timestamp? This is a good problem. This is how actually I think CPU of one core kind of works. This is a good problem. So first of all, let's create an array. Uh, this is execution time, right? Right. Now, is it sorted based on the time? I think that is a question that I have to ask. A timestamp, our timestamp. If let's say we assume the timestamp is sorted, then whenever there is a start at this 0, so whenever another If this is not same, you'll have to add that value, right? So till 2 this was going, so I'll add 2 to this. And then whenever this is ending, any element that has started, only that is going to end, because every time it will only call the same, right? So 0, this is 0, this is starting, means this is being paused. So I can add 2 to this, and then I will go to this. Now I'll add 3 to that. So 2, this is 3. Now 0 is already started once again. This is a nice problem. What if I use a stack only to solve this? Not a stack or probably a hash map, right? See, every function will end, but in between that function is not being used. Starting at this 0, then I'm at this, again I'm starting that function. That means that for this time frame I did that only, right? So I will do uh, whatever was 0, I added 2 to it. Then I again started 2. So at this point, what I will do is, whatever was my previous value, I am going to add that difference to it, right? So 3. So I'm going to say 3. Then 0 to, then for this time frame, one more 0 to 6 it started, and 0 to 6 1 ended. So that remains same. I think, do I need to add 1 there? Then this 0 to 6 it ended. It starts at 0 at that execute for 2 time seconds and recursively call itself again. That starts at 2 and executes for, so if it is a end, then this becomes 4. One way to do this is, what if I maintain a stack at each level? right? So I'm thinking something like would be zero. I also need to know what was the last element that was started, because whenever you are, if you're not ending this, then that means that for that time the other thing was started. Time frame when this got ended, right? This got ended. Right? You started the another element at 6 because you cannot end it and start at same time. Okay, okay, okay. So after end there would always be a gap, and even the same goes for start. No, no, no. End and start you can do at the same time, but end and start you can't do at this. Starts at the beginning and execute for 2 seconds and recursively call itself. Function 0 recursively starts at the beginning of time 2 and executes for 4 seconds. Function 0 assumes the execution, then immediately calls itself again. Three, 6, this part is confusing. Part is confusing right here. When calls are stored in a stack, when a function call starts, its ID is pushed onto the stack and the thing is that this could have been started earlier also, right? Function. The function called twice. Time unit and another call for. What does this mean? I have no idea what does this mean. Hard call, right? This is one call. Call is executing till another call comes in, right? This call is taking 4 seconds. This call took 6 seconds in total. Minus 0, 7. 6 minus 0 plus 1, 7. But out of that 4, it was doing other things. So that is also another way of doing this. So let's say 0 and then another 0 came in. Whenever you're ending something, you minus it with that, right? So that is 4. So 4 hours are taken out of this. Then you are starting again. So you end that. So that is again 1. So this is 4. This is 4. This is 1. 5. This is 4. This is 1. That is 5. And then that is 0 to 7. That is 8. And then out of those 8, the problem is that for this minute here, nothing was being executed, I think. How do you tackle that part? That is correct only, right? Out of 8, there was 3 times. I think this is 8, so 0. 0, I'll not do anything. 5, this will take 4. 0, 4. I'll put that 4 in there. Then 1 is starting, that is okay. So whenever you want to execute something, yeah, but seems like very straightforward only now. Let me just do a dry run. So you are at 0 S, so right? Then you only again came and start. Whenever start is coming, I'm just pushing it into a stack. And then you came, end came in, right? So whenever end comes in, so what I'll also do is how much time you have already spent. As of now, the time that is spent is 0. So this is like 5 minus 2, 4. 5 minus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. Plus time that is already spent is now 4, right? Now you'll come to 1 comma 6 is again a start. So this is not there as of now in the loop. So 1 start 6 is there. Now it is ending, right? How do I know that I have to subtract that much time into that? Or also into the stack. Here start I ended and then I end I did. That means that one is something that I have to do. Right? But is there anything that I have to minus also? No. The answer is one only. But here end is coming, but there is something in between. I'll push one into the stack. So four I have pushed. I think that makes sense. I just need to know that how much minus I have to do between two elements. There is something between that element, then only I have to do minus. The best way to solve this. Solution is there now in my mind, but how do we solve it, right? One way I can think of it is that I'll just pair of stack. One is possible, right? Pair of stack is possible. If there is a test case like that, zero start. So no, it is always said that the one that you have started, that is only going to finish, right? That is something that is there in the question. That whatever is on the top, it is not like that you can end something else. So what I was going to say is that it will not be like that zero, you have started this and then you have ended that first. That is not going to happen. Cannot end zero first. You have to end one first. That makes sense, I think. I have understood it now. Let's code it up, right? So I am going to use a stack of integer. Stack is equal to new stack, right? Stack is going to tell me a lot of things. So the ID of the stack is going to be look like 0, 1 is going to be the ID, and then n is going to be the gap, right? So it is going to be 0. This is going to be ID. Then 0/1 for whether it is a start or it is an end. And then this is going to be for a timestamp, right? And then if ID is n, then that is going to be a gap, right? So now let's do it. Uh, so int gap ID is going to be n because that is not going to be in my stack. So for string s, for string logs, string log array is equal to log dot split by colon, right? Now int id is equal to integer dot parse int log array 0, right? And then int time is equal to integer dot parse int log array 2, right? Now, if it is a end, right? If log array of 1 dot equals end, right? Equals end. So that means that I have something to add into the ID array, right? But there could be chaos also. So while uh, log array, while stack uh, while stack dot is empty, let's say is false, int top equal to stack dot peak. So if top dot 1, top dot 0 is equal to gap ID, right? This is telling the number of operations that uh, reduce is equal to 0, right? I'm going to say, damn it, I missed one of the brackets, I think, or maybe the indentation. Oh, it is fine. So reduce plus top of 1, right? Else. So that means that end you have found, right? So now your time, so x time, let's call it x time. X time plus is equal to whatever time that you have found, right? Whatever time that you are currently at, whatever time you have find minus the reduced time. This is the time for this. This was executed. So that is what that we have added to the stack. Now this whole time, going to be the executive time. Now the time, now I also need to add it to the stack. What do I need to add? Add. Not sure if this is going to work, but let's set it up. Let's give it a go. Let's see what is happening. I think I do have something left in the, no, no, that is never going to happen. What happened? I came in here, it is not equal to end. So I added ID, which is 0, right? And then I added 1 and then I added time. Time is also 0. Then I came on to the top and then again I have a start. So I added ID. Then start is start. This is also not needed and then I added time. In my stack there is 0 and then I came to 1, right? So then it ended. So it is stack empty. It is not empty. So I popped it. Is pop 0 is equal to gap ID? No, it is not gap ID. It is 1. So what happened basically was that we reduced, so x time of id is 1, plus minus top by 2, so time is 5, top comma 2, no, no, time minus top comma 2 is 2, so this is 3, minus reduce. What is reduce? Road reduce is 0, right? 1 will also come here. Then I pushed this 4 into this stack, was 0, was 0 reduce. Every time then I have to make a reduce 0, that is fine. After that I came to 0 and I pushed extreme dot, so this should be 5 minus this should be 4 is in the stack. Then I came to this end, I popped it, so the ID came out to be ID, so reduce became 4, right? And then this sum, this should work, bro. For the first case at least it should work. Let's see what is the issue. Some if else I'm missing. So this is 6, that is first of all wrong. So dot println. Is okay. So after this I'm not doing break. Yeah, right. So for this it works. At least something is working, right? Might be not fully correct, but yeah, I will still try to debug it somehow, right? These are all zeros, so when this is ended, so the stack would look like after this partition, how would the stack look like? Your 0 is there, let's call it 0 comma 0 is there, and then your 4 is there, and then your 0 comma 6 is there, right? This is how it is looking. Then and something is ending. So in this end, nothing is there. So it is just going to be one more. And in that gap ID, you are going to push this one. So if something is already there, yeah, okay, so this is going to push 5 to that, right? But if it is of same ID, then you don't have to consider that again. Yeah, I think that is where this is failing. This is the element there, but this 4 and this 5 has to be understood. Yeah, I think I have chosen a complex way. Hello, hey, hi, bro. Ali, hi, Krishna, hi, bro. Carrie, I have the solution, but don't. Oh, thank you, bro. Anyway, I was not looking at the chat, but now I'm looking. Anyway, I have made the mess out of the problem, but let me think. I think it should be doable using this approach also. Problem with this approach is that when I do this, I add 4 to it, right? Then after that, I do start comma end, so I add 1 to it. Here I should add 1 only, right? And then x time ID is reduce is nothing. So this is 1 only, right? 5, 4 comma 5, 4 comma 1, 1, right? What is the situation of my x? That should be ideally, that is 5 as of now, right? Now what happens is I got this 7. So I would have 5, 8 minus 3. It should ideally be 8 only, bro. I think some logic issue is there. It seems to be correct only to me. Please show the question number. I can share that in chat, brother. Fairly simple, but it's like, there you go. But if you guys are wondering how I struggle, this is how I struggle, right? Let's just see what is the issue. So every time, unless I get an end, I'll have to do this. This is the issue. I think this is the issue. The issue. This is the issue here. This should be the thing. I don't want to add that again. I think this is the issue. Yeah, this is the issue. This is the issue. Perfect. Yeah, that was the issue because I was not sure whether it will work on all the test cases, but I think so. That was the issue. Let's now comment this. If this works, then it's a good day. If this doesn't work, then it is a bad day. It is a bad day. And it is a very bad day because it is not even passing for a, it's a complete wrong approach altogether, I think. So if it was 1 or 2 test cases, then it would have been perfect. But this is like failing for everything. So there's a huge gap in the thinking. Seems to be 6 only, right? How my approach will be working is that you are going to add everything to the stack. Okay? You are going to add everything to the stack. So first time you will be adding 0, 0, 0 only. Then you are getting this end. The first time this will be 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, then plus 1 reduces 0, right? So then you are going to say that this is the time that it took to execute this. So 2 is something that you are going to push to the stack. Then you are getting end 4. 4 comma 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Then 4, right? But out of that 4, you have to reduce how much? You have to reduce 2, right? Okay. Okay, okay, I understood now. What I'm not doing is that it has to be, because I have popped that. So I have to use that again also, right? Basically, I don't need this reduce there. Perfect, guys. Let's go. Good game. Damn it, man. Amazing question, amazing. Perfect, I am happy. It's a simple question. I kind of confused it when I was thinking. Anyone was watching from the starting. So if you guys are watching from the starting, I had not solved this problem earlier. It's a very base, not I would not call it a basic. How is my very slow? It's very slow because I am doing this every time. There a way of doing this in a better way? There a way of doing it in a better way? One thing that I can do it in a better way is that this 4 comma 1, right? If I can probably put it in a 1, but yeah, this is not norm. This is O of n. This is not O of n. This is O of n square. So of O of n. If it is O of n, it should not be slow. It is slow because I am doing this. Let's see now. Again, it is slow. Akshay Agnotri, bro, you can see. I think it took me around 45 minutes, maybe, which is very slow, right? It's very slow. But imagine never seeing this. The main is understanding that is this question almost makes no sense. Akshay Agnotri, I did this in a live stream only. So you can probably go back and then check. I did it in live stream, and you can go. Probably you can reduce 5 minutes because I believe this is a hard one. No, it is not a hard. Yeah, this is true. This is a good one. Currently all working. Yeah, my question is exactly same as this one, guys. I think crazy. It's exactly same like this. Maybe little bit different, but yeah, perfect. This is a good question. Nice question. If you guys are, so I would add this to my stack playlist. A good question. So the tags on this one, array and stack. Yeah, it's a good stack question. Guys, solved two questions only. It's been more than an hour, but this was unseen problem and it was worth doing it. My target is to solve at least 10 or 12 questions, but let's see how far I can go. Anyone watching from the starting? How long should I do DSA for as a working who is trying to switch? So as long as it takes, as long as you are not able to switch. Like if you are asking every day how much time you should spend, 1 to 2 hours. Can you guys hear me now as well? Let me know in chat if you can hear me. Can you guys? Okay. Actually, I have removed my headset, but I have put it on a head so that my mic is still close to. So I think this is good if you can hear me. Cool, cool. Cool, Gautam. Were you watching from the starting, Gautam? Did you? Gautam, I was huge respect from. Oh, nice, nice. Now, then you clearly saw it. I was speaking also on the in between. I tried to intuition also. Uh, so that's how you solve one. And I am taking like kind of a 5 minutes break. Let's put it there. Top mate, not top mate. And just a request to you guys, right? Whoever books a call with me, please try to join on time, guys. People don't join on time. So, what is Pomodoro? Na dava na dua, मैं बस की करा. How to book a call, bro? You can go to this link. Top mate. You can go to this link and then accordingly decide if you want to book a call. I would not say no need to book a call, right? Just do DSA. If you need some advice, you book testimonial. I try to spend my time as much as I can. That's where you can book a call. Let's walk for some time. No. Or feel free to share anything funny. Guys have anything funny? Na dava na do. I was doing only, right? Like you asked me whether I do that right. That is why I said that if someone has anything, that's why mostly my main focus is to answer any of the questions and then solve the problem. But yeah, it does get in some time. But yeah, anyway, you have to code. Main aim is to code and like build connections with people. That is the main aim. Thanks for 5K, 8K. So again, thanks to let me write it down, right? So thanks for every in this channel. Truly, truly grateful. You don't have to call me sir, first of all. Okay. Don't call me sir. And then I'll accept your request. I'll also take a look at it. Just give me some time, right? I'll solve this problem first. This is a easy problem. I know the solution. I'll be going solving this quickly. Once I do this, meanwhile, you also solve some problem. Come to this stream at 12:45 p.m. AM. Sorry. Then I'll take a look at your resume. I can take a look at anyone else's resume also. If anyone wants me, probably two to three resume review. To best of my knowledge, right? I am not a expert by no means, but I can try to help as much as I can, right? Given an n cross and return the length of the shortest clear path. Clear path is from the such that all the visited cells are zero. Now all the zero only, right? Silly question. Silly question. Length of the shortest clear path. Shortest. Probably we have to do BFS then. If it is the shortest, then it's clear indication that do a BFS. Cool, I think it's a BFS. Let's do a BFS. BFS can be done by Q. So int n is equal to grid dot length. Int m is equal to grid dot zero dot length. Uh, so can n or m can be zero? No, it is always one, right? So if grid of 0 comma 0 is equal to 1, return -1 because you can't start from 0. Otherwise, make a queue. Put this queue as a 2D dimensional queue. Q is equal to new linked list, and then add q dot add uh, new int 0 comma 0, while q dot size is not equal to 0, int size is equal to q dot pole size. These are all the elements at the first level. For int I is equal to 0, I less than size, I plus plus. So you are at is equal to q dot pole, int x is equal to at of 0, int y is equal to at of 1. If grid of x and y, we don't need to check. If x is equal to n minus 1 and y is equal to m minus 1, return level. Now directions in dx is equal to 0 comma 0, 1 comma minus 1. Int dy is equal to 1 comma minus 1, 0 comma 0, and then you have 8 directions, right? That's bullshit. So 8 directions will always be you go to diagonal, right? Diagonal means minus 1, and then you have 1 comma 1. What is the other two directions, right? So you have diagonal directions. Let me bring this back, dump this. So this is your coordinate. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and then this is both 1, this is both negative. This is 1 positive, 1 negative. This is 1 negative, 1 positive, right? Makes sense. So 1 comma minus 1 comma 1. This should be it. So 4 directions. So int d is equal to 0, d less than 8, d plus plus, int int dd, no dd, x is equal to x plus dx of d, and yy is equal to y plus dy of d. Now if xx is greater than 0 and yy is greater than 0 and xx is less than n and yy is less than m. So if grid of xx and yy is equal to 0, then only you have to consider it. New int is equal to xx comma yy and mark it as 1, right? So that you don't come here again. And then you should do this for this also. Grid of x and y is equal to 1. So return -1 if you reach here, and then int level is equal to 0. If you have traversed a level, do level plus plus. XXYY. Okay, that is okay. I think it is just a matter of, yeah, this is fine, bro. Can you review my resume? Sure, bro. Kerry Minati, are you there, brother? Kerry, send me your resume. Yeah, send me your resume. I have accepted your request. You are specialist on code forces. That is good. What is your lead code rating? Don't do lead. Kerry, Raghav LinkedIn. Someone from Hello. Hello, I am from wanted to ask what that I interned at one of the Bing and now clear confused what to do for full-time conversion and safety. Bro, try to give your 200% at the work that is being assigned to you. Try to over deliver, right? And as you are intern, don't think about putting 8 hours or 10 hours. Try to work as for 12 hours. That is my advice to you. Because when you are intern, right, there is try to think party and all, right? But again, I would say apart from this, try to give more interviews also, right? So you have to focus on two things. One is someone far from Hello, are you listening? Waiting for you to send the resume, Kariminati. Of problems solved so far, three. Kariminati. Kari. 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 Dun, dun. Cool, Kari. Taking a look at it. You should not call your resume updated resume. Okay, first of all, change that. And your number, mobile number, everything is missing. Your alignment is not good of your phone number, email, and follow Jake resume template, right? Uh, Jake resume template. Follow this. If you guys want exactly my, you can get it from here, but that is for paid. It's okay. But if you are in college, if you don't care about 59 rupees, then you can get it from here. But yeah, if you care about that, follow this, right? Download this and copy paste it. Your template is good. Just fix this, that name and thing that the email, right? No need of this much page. But again, that is not important. And try to get a short LinkedIn link for your LinkedIn, right? Again, so you have put a very like you can get a customized link for your LinkedIn, right? So update that also. It doesn't look good. Doesn't matter, but it doesn't look good, right? So experience DSA mentor education is first. That is good. And as you are still in college, you can put your 12th also. But again, small feedback, project skills relevant, Java, competitive programming, code forces, night. Yeah, ratings are good. Ratings are good, brother. How many openings have you applied to? One issue that I can see with your resume is inconsistency of using dash and then bullet points, right? Somewhere you are using dash and somewhere you are using bullet points. See, in this resume, everywhere it's used bullet points, right? If you see here. So try to be consistent with that. Sometimes you are using dash and sometimes you are using bullet point, right? So retrieval augmentation generation, nice. LangChain, Chroma, Vector DB. What did you build using this? So you are saying that built a RAG system to enhance LLM response. On what, right? RAG is used. RAG is used to enhance or to improve the context or also LLM for certain things. What did you do RAG on? That second project is just like average. Second project, like application projects are not good. Very honest. You are saying done RAG using that makes sense. But for what? What did you RAG for? RAG is always done for something. Given a link, I'll crawl and answer. What does that mean? Second project is not good. Not good by I doesn't mean it is not good. is very good from a technicality point of view. But what did you right? Tag has to be done for something. Given a link of website, then it's not mentioned anywhere in your project. Where is that mentioned in that your project? Call me, sir. That is friendly. That must. That is not an issue. Ever. So how many openings have you applied to? Apply to more openings, brother. Apply to more openings. And the feedback that I have given. 50 is very less, brother. Apply to more openings. Now, this kind of market in a week or apply to at least 10 openings per day. 10 per day. Rohit Yadav, bro, I will do it, but I will. Kerry was just chatting with me, so that I did his review on the go. But I have to work along with this. Like, main purpose of this stream is to solve at least 10 to 15 questions, and I am at 3 because one question 45 minutes. Ideally, I would be of them now fast, right? Let's do it a little bit fast now, and later I can do your resume. Probably one I have already. Is it still not audible? Hello, 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 hello. then what is this? I'll have No need of reverse basically. So, DSA is important, brother. Nothing is achievable. DSA should be done. I have to do minimal DSS alone. Technical, what do you mean by strong technical and project skills? Project, like interviewer will know not be expertise in your project, right? Mock interviews is the answer, Joshi. Joshi. DSA is important because it is the fundamental, right? Just like you go, just like math is kind of fundamental in your JE and what all. Yes, is important. Nothing is possible. Backtrack. This is a backtracking question. Backtrack. Did you start by no, bro? I started on Geeks for Geeks. GG G15. I did not start with Lead Code at that time. These are all new things, brother. I've been doing DSA from a long time now. If you want my guidance, then this is how you should do. Watch that video. Yadnish, bro, you should ideally go with either C plus plus, Python or Java. Those are the those are the language that I would suggest you to go with. Swift is okay, you can use it as your project language, but don't do DSA in Swift, like because it will be hard for you to then be. First of all, it would be hard for you to find resources in that. Then lot of things will happen, bro. So that's why I would say don't go with that. Just search for the problem that you want to solve, bro. I will be doing resume reviews after this 30 minutes, guys. Oh, brother. One, these are all easy questions. If I started doing that, then it is going to take a lot of time. One question, one resume, it is going to take a lot of energy out of me. Bro, I'm not a big fan of roadmaps, but you can probably watch this video and at 2x it is going to help you. Try non-standard problems. We just tried non-standard problems before this, brother. I'm trying top interview asked problem. So if a standard problem comes in, I'll be solving that also. Bro, if you are here in the stream, then only I'll be reviewing, bro. I'm going to call out the names, and if someone is there, then I will review it. And now I'll not be look at the chat. So I think this, there you can go all the way down to that battleship can be placed. Return the number of battleship. Battleship can be placed horizontally or vertically on the board. In other words, they can only be made of shape 1x k, uh, k columns or k rows, and one k can be of any size. At least one horizon. There are no adjacent battleships. So whenever you see a X, right, you cannot go all the way. You can either go down or you can go left or you can go down. I can go down and I can go right. Right. That's it. I think that is the question. I did not fully understand the question, but let's give it a go. And start from top, right? And whenever you find a X, you of I comma j is equal to X, right? Then that means can go down, can go left. 1 comma X and k comma X, k rows, can go down and can go right, basically. Should not be this simple. It is going to fail, I think. But again, I am not sure whether. Thought so. Use test cases. This should not be one, brother. This is only one. This is can it go both either right? A is less than M. So let's do it this. 7 questions done. Let's move to the next one. Raghav, bro. One thing that I can think of here is that if it's right is null and left is not equal to null, then that's a problem. If sorry, if right is null, right is not null, and the left is null, that is a problem. And then two checks basically. One, right should not be null, and second, the difference between the height of left and right should not be greater than one. Raghav, what lecture are you watching? That is two things, right? So two things that I can think of is height of left and right tree should not be greater than one difference, मतलब difference between the height. And then if left, so basically left minus right should be always be less than equal to 1. That takes care of the second edge also. So probably I'll go to this 4, left hand I 0. I'll go to this 5, left hand I 0. I'll go to this 2, calculate the height. It is 0, so I'll go to back to this. I'll go to this. Left is 0, right is 1. False. This is wrong. I think that is the case, but yeah, I'm calculating height at every point, right? This H check I'm skipping for now, but let's see. One thing that I'm not checking in this is the count of nodes. Probably that is going to kill my solution. Yeah, I think that is the incorrect because see here the level is same, but the number of nodes on the left are not equal to the number of nodes on the right, right? On the right side, you cannot have more nodes. Something that I was expecting it. I knew that it will fail here. Okay, I'll solve this later again. Yeah, you are right. I can probably check if I see. I can see in this case, I can just check if I see a null element, right? Something like that, right? Yeah, not doing. Uh, this should also work, but instead of counting the height, I need to now count the nodes because here nodes is important. Yeah, ideally, this level should have three nodes, then only this can have three nodes, right? That would be the right solution. Mhm. 7 problems, 3 yards. Yeah, Piyush, tomorrow is Friday, right? That's why. Rohit Yadav, I will do a resume review. Uh, for there in the stream. Yo, thank you, bro. Thank you. Let me know in chat, Rohit, if you're watching. I'll just take a look at your resume now. Rohit and Raghav both are there. Cool. Raghav, you have not pinged me your resume on LinkedIn. You are just pinging in the chat. Yeah, Rohit, I'm not a very big fan of the table that you have put in your education, but I think that is okay. If in your college, just check with your seniors whether they are doing the same or not. I think it's your college format, right? Probably your college would have given the same format. Yeah, that is okay, I think. The CJP is very less, bro, but again, that is okay considering your college. CJP is very less. Not sure if are the companies allowing. I think it's 7 is the bare minimum, right? You are in fourth year. Do you not get any internship? I don't see any internship, and don't you don't have to mention personal project. You can get rid of the personal project. Every project is personal only. So get rid of the personal project that you have put there. That's not required, I think. Because on the top you have mentioned projects. There is no mention, there is no need to say personal project in that. And I don't think so. Your ICSC 10th education is also required. 12th and BTech is fine. There should always be a education that you have kind of passed, right? A lot of bold. You have kind of bold everything. Bold should be very minimum. Everything is bold in your resume. E-courses is also not required, I think. Your achievements are pretty good. But is it really JE Advanced out of 1 million? Not 1 million go to JE Advanced, right? JE 1 million would go, but does does 1 million students go to JE Advanced as well? We have put JE Advanced also in the bracket. So remove advanced right from the resume then. See, for example, right, implemented JWT based authentication. So in that you can just make JWT bold. No need to bold everything, right? Just bold the key things, right? Overall, it is a pretty decent resume for, I think, for a college student. For from a college perspective, I think it is like overall, even if you don't take care of any feedback that I have given, it's a good resume. Your CGP is very less. But I think that is because you are doing DSA also, and then your branch is not technology branch, right? So that is why you are not able to maintain your branch. What is chemical science? Is it chemical engineering? Not a computer science branch, right? Yeah, that is understood, I think. Most of your startups and all, they'll not care about this, right? Indian startups, I would say. From what I've seen on companies portal is that the bare minimum is required 7 CGPA, right? Let's just, if I talk about Amazon careers, SD1, there is a SD1 opening. Let's just, their testimonials are nice. India, one visual contributor, 400 openings. Yeah, there is no mention of CGPA, so go ahead apply. Generally, in university graduates, right, you'll see that 7 is the minimum that they have put. Try to make it more than 7 if you can. Raghav, bro, I have not received your resume yet. From 10, from 1 hour, you are saying do mine, do mine. No, crazy, bro, crazy, crazy. Okay, cool, guys. I think this is it. Dead tired now. How much time? Tomorrow? How are the projects? Projects are okay from your college point of view. Like, I would not. Projects are decent, like chat application. So I'll ask you questions around WebSocket, Graph, Algo. Decent projects, I would say. As long as you are able to answer everything. Is Striped Gateway free? First of all, let me ask you this, Rohit Yadav. You said that you have integrated Striped Gateway. Is it free to integrate? So whenever some transaction is happening, out of that they'll cut your cost, right? That is good to know, bro. That is good to know. One thing on your link, yeah, GitHub. Okay. Just add a arrow as well to GitHub icon. Abhishek Diman. Hi, bro. I'm good. How are you? Feel free to like this thing if you find it helpful or find it funny. Guys, I think 3 hours, the good 3 hours, 3 hours spent. How is the job market? Has the job market? There was a match today as well. Damn it, bro. Missed it. Quick buzz. Damn, bro. India lost the match. Shit. India won the super over. Oh, damn it, bro. It's a crazy match then. Shit, bro. I watched the score. Ragam, bro. Good, sleep, brother. Cool, guys. Bye bye. Take care, everyone. Have fun. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a live stream of probably 6 to 7 hours live stream. Probably. So, live coding tomorrow from 10 a.m. to till I give up. Stay tuned. Go for it, Cognizant. Go for it, Pratyush Kumar. And then you can try off campus also. Right? Rohit Yadav, why you are extracting the messages? Bye, take care, guys. Have fun.